So I'd like to talk a little bit about middle block. Middle block in Japanese is Chudan Uke, which is very generic. It means mid-level, mid being right about here. Jodan is high, and Geidan is low. So Chudan Uke, mid-level, very generic term. It can mean any kind of blocking here in the middle. There's all kinds of middle blocks in karate. I'm not going to go into all the different kinds of middle blocks, but in Goju, in our katas, there's generally, it looks like that. So, and like I said, there's a lot of different kinds of ways you can interpret middle block, a lot of different ways you can apply it. They're all good. I'm not going to tell anybody that they're wrong in how they do their middle block. As long as it works for you, that's the important thing. But what I like about Goju is the roundness of the middle blocks, the roundness of all the blocks. So this is a little thing I like to do just to show the roundness. And not only that, but that it doesn't stop. And then if you're applying a middle block, you can block and just keep going. You can block, attack, block, hold, attack, block, hold, block, attack. There's all different kinds of ways you can apply this flow of middle block. The other thing I'd like to show is how do you actually do the middle block? If someone attacks you. Now, the kata, over and over and over again, shows pretty much the same thing. If I step and I turn, you'll notice that the foot that's in the back is the same side as the first hand that's coming out. I'll do that again. So from here, I turn, the foot that's in the back is the same side as the hand that comes out first. Now, I like to call that the clearing hand. I also like to call that the intercepting hand. And both hands have to work together. So you step, clear, replace. Okay, there's a lot of different, not a lot. There's a few different distinct steps, I like to call them, when you're executing a middle block. So it would be intercept, replace, neutralize. Again, the intercept, the replacing, there's actually, both hands are taking care of one major thing in this block, is that you intercept, redirect, replace, redirect, and this finishes with what we call a neutralize, and you're in a san-chin position. So it is kind of a complex movement. You're doing a lot of things in there, but the most important thing to know is that, especially say you're in the on the right side of Geki Saidai Ichi. You finish the right Geidan, you're coming forward. Notice again, the side that stays back is the same side that's moving forward with the arm. Each knee. Notice I step forward, but the left side stays back, the left side clears, and then I finish with the right side. That seems to be pretty consistent throughout the katas. The side that's clearing is the same side where the foot is back. And that is because of the body mechanics. You want to have the most stable platform when you block. So if I block like this and something's coming, this foot being back on this side is the most stable. If I was to do this, that's just not stable. The katas never show that. Okay, so we went over some of the basics on middle block. Now I'd like to share my favorite way of applying the middle block. So how do we do it? So as far as the body mechanics, as I'm turning, I'm swinging my arm, and many times, many teachers have always said that think of your arms like whips, and your body is what's controlling it. When we do that warm-up exercise, we do this. And that, in our minds, prepares us for the reality of when we're applying our techniques, that we're simply swinging our arms from our hips, from our core. Now, it's a lot more involved in that, because when you're stepping, you want to engage this core. You're using your san chin, the san chin Tantian crunch. You have to figure out how to do that, but it's this swing of your arm is very powerful. This rotational energy that you get with your hips is very powerful, and it doesn't require any strength to perform this block. I'd like to demonstrate it with the Chad-san here. Kyosuke. Right. Onegaishimasu. Yoi. So, he is going to come forward with a middle block, and I'm going to, at first, I'm just going to use the first part of the block, which is the clearing or the intercepting. Each. So notice I didn't use any strength. I'm just stepping back with the same side as I mentioned earlier. Same side comes back, and you swing the arm out. One other thing to notice is that you don't want to overswing and you don't want to underswing. Underswinging would be this. Each. That's like a, you'll see some people do when they first try this out, is that they're just basically blocking with their hand. Each. And that just doesn't work. That's not enough. You also don't want to overswing like this. Each. Where I bounced off and his fist ends up in my face anyway. You want to block so that it's center line. Each. So my fist is center line with his face. Again, each. No strength. I'm just using the power of my core. Each. And he punched really hard that time, and I still was able to block it with technique. All right, now let's finish the block. So we do the interception, the clearing, and then I'm going to come through with the replacement and neutralize. Each. Notice that the interception is here. Replacement, I'm going forward and then back into that san chin, that neutralizing his punch. For me, it's the san chin position. Again, each. So my weight with this san chin should be on him, pressing him forward. Thank you very much. So that is my take on the middle block. Again, lots of middle blocks out there, and I'm not going to tell anybody that they're wrong. This is my favorite way of doing it, and I hope that helps. Right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a middle block drill. So we're going to first clear or intercept. Instead of a full middle block, we're just going to show the intercepting or clearing here. So this side, you're going to punch with the left to the chest. Each. Knee. Son. She. Go. Teach. Hutch. Coup. Two. Hey. Okay, very good. Yoi. Now full Chudanuke. Middle punch. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Sich.